butterfly trades. Buy one, sell two, buy one, you get it. And butterflies are one way to trade, trying to pinpoint where a stock will be at expiration. So a butterfly, for example, will maximize its value when the stock or index is at the center strike, at the short strike at expiration. But here's an old floor trader trick for evaluating butterflies. And it's not necessarily an advanced topic, and it's not something that you're going to trade all the time with, but it's something that if you're trading butterflies, I think you should be at least aware of. So what I have loaded up here is an example. I just picked some strikes, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, just to make it clear and simple. What I'm showing you in the far left-hand column here is a 25, 35, 45 butterfly. Calls and puts, it does not matter. Calls or puts, it doesn't matter, okay? So buying one of the 25, let's call them puts, 25 puts, selling two of the 35 puts, and buying one of the 45 puts. Now, what's all this gobbledygook to the right side? I'm going to show you that 25, 35, 45 put butterfly is comprised of 4 other butterflies. What? Okay, follow along as I go through this. So on the left-hand side, I have the 25, 35, 45 put butterfly. Next to it, I loaded up the 25, 30, 35 put butterfly. So it's buying one of the 25s, selling 2 of the 30s, buying one of the 35s. Next, I go and buy 2 of the 30, 35, 40 butterflies. That's buying 2 of the 30s, selling 4 of the 35s, and buying 2 of the 40s. Finally, I go and I buy 1 of the 35, 40, 45 butterflies, buying 1 of the 35, selling 2 of the 40s, buying 1 of the 45s. What does all this mean? So on those 3 butterflies on the right-hand side, add them up across the rows. So what do I have? When I buy the 25, 30, 35 put butterfly, I buy 1 of the 25s. That matches up with the original long one put that at the 25 strike. Now go down to the 35 strike. What do I have? A -2 and a +2. Those cancel each other out. So I have 0 at that strike. Now I go to the center row, the 35 strike. Of those component butterflies, I have long 1 of those puts, short 4 of those puts, and then another long 1 of those puts for a net short 2. That matches up with a short 2, 35 puts of the original butterfly. And finally, well, no, not finally. Now I go to the 40 strike. I'm buying 2, selling 2 of the component at the component butterflies at that 40 strike. They cancel each other out. Finally, that last butterfly that I'm buying gives me long 1 of the 45 puts. What does this mean? Whenever I have a butterfly where there's more than 1 strike increment between the longs and the shorts. So what I mean is 1 strike increment would be 25 to 30, 35 to 40, or 25 to 30, 30 to 35. That's 1 step for the strike prices. Whenever I have more than 1 step in my butterfly strikes, I have multiple butterflies embedded in it. In other words, I have multiple 1-step butterflies embedded in it. How many do I have? Enough time for a little bit of math. I take how many steps between my strikes. In this case, 25 to 35 is 25 to 30 is 1 step. 30 to 35 is 2 steps. Take the steps, square it. 2 times 2 is 4. That's how many butterflies are embedded in that 25, 35, 45 butterfly. Okay, so 1 25, 35, 45 butterfly contains one 25, 30, 35 butterfly, two 30, 35, 40 butterflies, and one 35, 40, 45 butterfly. Why would I ever need to know this? When you are trading butterflies, particularly with zero DTE or very short-term options, what you can sometimes do is capture the maximized value of these embedded butterflies. So, for example, let's go take a look at the SPX. SPX options right now. And what I have loaded up here is a 7660, 7675, 7690 put butterfly, and it is for a 650 debit. Now, what I just told you is when I have how many steps between the strikes? 60 to 65 is 1, 65 to 70 is 2, 70 to 75 is 3. What do I do with that? I square it. 3 times 3 is 9. I have 9 butterflies in here. So what I'll do, and this is something, again, you should trade this style on the floor. And it's handy to be able to have a trading card. I used to write this stuff down by hand. Now, you can use a spreadsheet to keep track of it. But once you do it a few times, you'll figure it out. What I have is one of the 76, the 60, 65, 70s, 2 of the 65, 70, 75s, 3 of the 70, 75, 80s, and 2 of these and 1 of these. So as the index moves up and down around these strikes, it's going to, the embedded butterflies are going to have maximum values wherever the index is. Okay, so for example, let's look at this one. With the index at 7669, the 76, 65, 70, 75 put butterfly is worth 95 cents. Let me move this down to this butterfly, okay, or up to this butterfly. This 75, 80, 85 is only worth 55 cents. If I go down here to the, let's say the 60 strike or the 50 strike for, oops, did that the wrong way, drag the wrong thing, sorry about that. Drag it down here and here and here. This, rats, I'm all messed up here, I'm sorry about that. If I buy this one, sell 2 of these, and buy 1 of these, this butterfly is only worth 65 cents. Remember, this one for the at the money is worth $1. So with the index moving around from 76.68 close to 76.70, if it drops down to 76.65, then maybe I'll sell these 2 put butterflies that I have embedded here. If it rallies up to 76.75, that'll maximize the 70.75.80 butterfly. Okay, so this is an advanced way of looking at butterflies. Are you going to use this trading strategy? You're going to be very fast. You have to be very fast and know which butterflies you have on. It takes a little practice, but like I said, a spreadsheet can really help you. But it is a way to maximize the value of your butterfly trading. I don't trade a lot of butterflies straight up as themselves. I'll do unbalanced butterflies to embed short vertical, things like that. But a lot of times, after I have one of those unbalanced butterflies on, and I cover the embedded short vertical, I'm left with a butterfly. And I'll use this technique. If the index is moving around a lot from one strike to another strike and back to that and up and down and up and down, I'll use it to try and maximize my profits. And again, when I close out the butterflies, the embedded butterflies that I'm long inside the wide butterfly, I'm just left with some other butterflies. Again, I have they're defined risk trades. So what I would do is review that little slide that I showed you. Okay, Look at some of these butterflies in the S&Ps. Look at their prices. See how their prices change throughout the day. You can have these loaded up. You don't even have to route them as orders. Have them loaded up and look at how their prices change as the index prices change. That's going to let you manage these with even greater sophistication and confidence. So, none of this is a trade recommendation. This is sort of an options, let's call it an options 201 or a 301 lesson. And you can make this stuff as complicated as you want. And as much as I like to keep things simple, this is one of those things that if you're trading butterflies, I think it's handy to know. So, with that said, if you do decide to trade this stuff, don't take any more risk than you're comfortable with, and let me know if you have any questions about it.